It's the weekend and I am excited about that. We are in for Snowmageddon, a lot of snow tomorrow. I've seen things from 5 to 8 inches, 5 to 10 inches, and I've also seen up to 20 inches. So we'll have to see what we actually end up with for snow tomorrow. But we have headed to town to get our grocery orders early because we're not going to be able to get them tomorrow, and I don't want to wait till Sunday. We have a baby shower on Sunday that we are attending, so I don't want to save that for the weekend. So we are here at Shaw's. I'm going to run in and get one of my favorite Starbucks drinks. We have a Starbucks in our Shaw's, and our regular standalone Starbucks is closed these days, so this is where I'm able to go if I would like my Starbucks fix. Then we're going to get a car wash, and then we're going to come back to Shaw's and BJ's to pick up our to-go orders, and then we're headed home. So let's get these things done. We have acquired our delicious strawberry acai refresher, and while I was there, I just happened to grab some sushi, and I actually ended up saving some time because I got the sushi. So I said, could I have this for the sushi? And he made it for me fresh because there weren't any California rolls available. And then I said, I'm gonna go over and order a Starbucks drink while you make it, and then I'll be right back. He said that I should take the label with me and I could pay for the sushi at the same time that I got my drink, so I wouldn't have to wait in the ridiculously long lines at the traditional cash registers. So I did exactly that and saved myself some time, so that was great. Now we're off to get a car wash. This is what a full week of kindergarten will do to our littlest.
Smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It's true.
Good morning and happy Saturday. I have gotten my workout in this morning. I went on the treadmill and I ran a 5K, and I have restarted Grey's Anatomy for the fifth, sixth time maybe. It's just a show that I always come back to, and I haven't watched any episodes of Grey's Anatomy in a while. I'm not really up to date on the newest season, or I think maybe the ending of the previous season either. I really love the first few seasons. Once we start losing some of those core characters, I don't really love the show as much. So I started from season 1, episode 1, and I am really enjoying watching an episode of Grey's Anatomy while I am running. So it has been very motivational, and I've noticed that even though it's a seemingly simple thing, I am that much more interested in just hopping on the treadmill and going for it. In fact, last night I ran a 5K as well because I hadn't had time to work out yesterday morning with the snow. I wanted to get the grocery orders in so that we'd be able to pick those up and then just plan on being home today. So that took precedence over working out. So last night at 9:12, I got off the treadmill after finishing my 5K, and then this morning I got off the treadmill at like 9:08 a.m. So I'm just excited because in a 12-hour period I ran 2 5Ks, and that feels good. So that's what we've been up to mainly so far. Ate some breakfast. We've done a few little tiddly things around the house. Brandon is working on the door for our bathroom, for the water closet portion of our bathroom. He and his dad have built the door from scratch, bought the wood, bought the glass, put it all together. So he's filling the holes right now where there were some screws. I think screws. Nails wouldn't make sense in this situation, so they must be screws. Filled those with wood filler, and then when that's dried and sanded and all that, we will paint it. It's going to be black, just like our bedroom door. Very excited about that. I need to get on Amazon today and purchase the track piece so that the door can slide open and close. That's how we're going to hang it from the wall, because I didn't really, we talked about a pocket door. They're not the easiest to install. I think that's why Brandon shied away from that idea. So pocket door wasn't the best option, and then just a full-on like opening traditional door is not a good idea for this space because of the layout of the bathroom. If you've been following our house to home episodes, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, feel free to check out that series on my channel. So ordering the track system for the door is one of our to-do list items for today. I also have a heap of laundry to put away. I went into this school year in August saying that we were laundry people now. That's how I prefaced it to Brandon. We are laundry people. And to me, that meant we were going to stay on top of our laundry and just do a really good job laundering our items in a timely fashion, getting them put away in a timely fashion, and quite honestly, having the laundry room right outside of our master bedroom and up here where everyone is getting dressed and undressed for the day has made a world of difference for us. We are much better about getting our laundry cleaned and sorted and all of that. The putting away part is what's lagging as of late, and it just is what it is. So I have a pile of laundry to put away, so that's also on our to-do list. I would really like to get a video, even 2, edited and finalized. That would be fantastic. I'm watching the snow out the window, and it's doing one of those things where the snow is like spiraling around itself, and actually some of the snow is going in the upward direction, which is always interesting. So we have that to do. We got to get the sheets back on the bed in a little while because weekend time means sheets get cleaned. And then we're going to thoroughly vacuum the whole house up and down. Those are the big items that I want to get accomplished today. And then, of course, we will probably tackle a few other little things here and there as they pop up. Inevitably, when you are a mom or when you have an ADHD brain like mine, as you are pursuing one task, you find other tasks to do along the way. So that's what we're going to get up to. Let's go get the laundry in my closet put away first. Also, before I forget, I wanted to mention a new technique we're trying with the kids that seems to be working so far. We'll see what the longevity of this is, but they all have a Switch now, a Nintendo Switch. Eli's had one for a couple of years, and Charlie and Colin just got theirs for their birthdays, which actually haven't happened yet, but I was just so excited. And because they were both getting the same item, their birthdays are only 9 days apart. And so because they were getting the same item, I really just wanted them to have it at the same time. It just felt better than if Colin had to wait and then ended up finding out that he was just getting the same thing as his sister, but had to wait 9 days. That just didn't feel good to me. So anyway, they all have their Switch now. They have been using them for the last week. We gave them the younger two their switches last weekend, and we give them an hour a day. And what's interesting about the Switch parental control app is that you can set a time limit, but it doesn't force the switch to turn off like some parental apps and time limits will allow. So instead, it beeps at the child and it sets like an alarm essentially and lets them know that they should be getting off, and then the alarm will silence itself and then it will alarm again a few minutes later. So kids really do have the opportunity to just keep using it, but we have chosen to use that as a learning opportunity, that you have an hour. When the alarm goes off, the expectation is that you are responsible and that you turn your device off. And I can see on my end in the app how long they've spent, and it makes it very clear exactly how much time they have gone over of their allotted hour. I am also able to just turn the alarms off for a day, so if it was a day where I just knew they were going to have more screen time than usual, then I could just toggle that off and then they wouldn't have to worry about it. But what we are choosing to do is, again, allow them that opportunity to be responsible and make the right choice. So I almost love that it doesn't force the device to turn off or not allow them to continue playing. I really like putting a little bit of the responsibility on them and teaching them that it's important for them to follow expectations that have been set for them. So we're using that in that positive way. And then we've also decided that when they do their chores and things, we will reward them with some additional minutes that they are allowed to play on their device. So for example, they did their chores this morning and that allowed them to have 15 additional minutes on their Switch. And then they put their laundry away and everyone had a mountain of laundry. So we went a little extra on that and we gave them a full half an hour extra to play on their devices when they got their laundry all put away. So it's been very motivational for them. This is the first weekend that we're trying it this way, and both Charlie and Colin are really loving their Switches. Eli's had his for a little while, so while he does love it, he's not quite as enamored as they are, which makes sense because it is something brand new to the younger two. But so far, that idea of doing a thing they don't want to do and then having a pretty immediate reward is helping them. We've tried the mentality of just, hey, this is your chore, it's your expectation, you need to do this, go and do it, and not tie a reward to it. And there's just so much groaning and dislike of doing the task that isn't fun. And so I got thinking about it, and honestly, we reward ourselves in some little way. We might say to ourselves, oh, I'll have a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I know for others that might be something they do. For me, it's I'll pour myself another glass of iced tea, or I'll have this little treat after I get this task done. So we set up little rewards for ourselves throughout the day. They're not big or massive rewards. And so I feel like mimicking that for them makes sense. And I don't want them, of course, to have this notion that if they do something hard, they have to have a reward. But I don't think that we're going to be building that relationship here where it's not a physical item that they're receiving. It's not a monetary situation. It's just now you have more time to do something you enjoy. And I think that that's a healthy balance to instill in them. So we're trying that, and so far, so good. We will see how it goes as time progresses, and I will keep you up to date on that.
Baby, how I need the love of you.
This beautiful baby is ready for another plant clip. You can see the little clips in there that I've been using to help it grow up the wall, and so that section up there is ready for another clip, so maybe even two. So we're going to give it a little more support. I decided to go with just one clip for now because it looks like it wants to shoot off another leaf right in that area, and I don't want to inhibit that in any way by adding another clip in that area, so we will just add the one for today. But it is growing, and pretty soon it's going to be able to start going up and around this picture. I found this whole collection of little plant clips on Amazon. I'll link them below. They were very inexpensive, and you just peel this little backer off, stick it to the wall, put your plant's stem in that portion, and then you can even twist it closed to make sure that the stem stays in place and really supports the plant. They've been great. We have reached evening hours on Saturday. The kids just had some leftovers for dinner just now. We have kind of surplus of things in the fridge, which really never happens, but in my haste to get groceries yesterday, I didn't really factor in some of the things that we didn't actually need for this grocery trip. So we ended up with a little bit of extra, which is okay. So it was just a leftovers slash extras kind of night. The snow is still very actively falling. It is supposed to actively snow through the evening hours and into the early morning hours. And then we are trying to squeeze in a little Maine Maple Sunday visit to somewhere local before the baby shower tomorrow. The baby shower is at 1 o'clock, so I think that we should have a little bit of time in the morning. So I'll get up, do my workout, get ready, and we will find somewhere local to go. We have a couple of ideas in mind. We shall see. And enjoy some Maine Maple Sunday activities is the goal before going to celebrate one of my best friends and her husband, who are expecting their very first baby, a little girl. It is extremely exciting to watch my best friend go through this stage and to get to be by her side through this experience. So excited to do all of that tomorrow, and I'm just hoping that all of this snow situation is settled and that the roads are able to be clear enough for plans to be occurring as scheduled tomorrow. I've been successful in getting laundry put away today. I did a deep vacuum upstairs. Downstairs still needs to be done. Will that happen this evening? I'd like to say yes. I'm not really sure that it will, but it will happen before work resumes on Monday. I do know that. I got an entire video edited and I'm about halfway through another video, so that feels really good. And we painted a door. We got the door that's going on the water closet painted. It is black, just like our bedroom door. So while we had the paint out, I also touched up our bedroom door. And that's about what we've accomplished so far today. Brandon has also been really productive in cleaning bathrooms and cleaning the kitchen and managing snow. The kids have been outside today, not the oldest, but the younger two have, and they have cleaned off the trampoline out there. Brandon also got the oil changed in my car. So it's been a productive day. It was kind of nice to get snowed in and just get some things done and accomplished. So we will see that as the positive to the fact that we are now buried in over a foot of snow when we had no snow when the storm started. Oh, it's not that common that we get to be 100% snow free mid-March like we were, so I was feeling very fortunate, and it was just really feeling like spring, and it was such a nice feeling. And it is spring at this point, but now it is not feeling like spring, and it is feeling a lot more like winter. But that's going to be it for this evening, and I will touch base with you tomorrow.
Step finally home. I've been gone for too long. It is true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be with you. It is true. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Baby, how I need the loving of you. Baby, how I need the loving of you.
The kids' poor trampoline is so covered in snow. They were desperate to have it put up when we were snow free. And in our naive minds, we thought, yeah, it's completely snow-free. I think we can do this and it will be fine. And here we are, after the storm that we just had. Wow, there is a lot of snow. Brendan shoveled this small area for the dogs. We had 0 snow. There was nothing on the ground when this storm started. So all of this is from the last 36 hours of stormy weather. It's just so much snow. Everywhere I look, what a difference from a day and a half ago. Oh my goodness. We don't know what it was, but if you can see right about there-ish, there are some tracks of something that went through our driveway last night. Probably deer, but we can't tell for sure. Look at all the snow out this window too.
Mama's tried to teach me.
Oh my god.
It's never
Wow,
done.
look it. Wow, look it.
There.
Oh, Valentine's Day,
It looked.
probably.
And there was a house with a spiral stair. Clearly, spiral staircase is not means to go up the house. So. Garden.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word.
Kitty, kitty.
Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost
Just
their hope.
lounging on the couch here, huh?
You fill my head with roses. I can't help
Quick
but
Target haul now that we have left the baby shower. I was needing a couple of these additional organizers in various sizes, so got these small ones. I really like these little bright room containers. Also got them in this larger size as well. This comes in a pack of 3 in this size. These were a pack of 4. We got some plain wooden eggs so that we can decorate them for Easter, which is coming right up. Those were $3. I got the long slim trays as well. These came in a pack of 3. We got 4 pounds of sugar because we're out of sugar at home, and I've been using brown sugar for my iced tea. I also tried using powdered sugar. I do not recommend powdered sugar. Brown sugar is like okay if you have to, but whew, I just needed some regular old sugar. I got this bag, which ended up working out great because I just put everything in it. I would like to purchase from our local farmers market more often this year, so I plan to use it for that. Charlie got this
Yeah.
little thing. as a treat
So
for making
fun.
really good choices earlier. It is a watermelon, or it turns into what?
Hang on. A corn.
Oh, piece of corn.
Bam.
Cute. And then the last thing I grabbed was this travel eyeglasses case or sunglasses case, packable, because it pops up to be this triangular shape or it lays completely flat. So here it is in the flat form. It's even got a little hook. I just like how slim it is. And then if you open it, it's got the magnetic closure. And then here on the inside, you can pop these little wing type things out. And I'm doing this one-handed, so it's not looking as smooth, but it's really easy to do with two hands. Then pop it open, and it's, like I said, in this little triangular shape, and your glasses could be inside. So, I mean, I definitely could have lived without pretty much all of this included, but I really just liked it, and I put back a little butterfly wall decor piece that I was looking at. It was $5, and got this instead, which it was $3. And so that was my win. So there we have our little Target haul of items. I also grabbed myself one of my favorite strawberry acai lemonade refreshers. So now we are going to head home. And that's a wrap on this weekend in the life. It is now Sunday evening and we are winding down. The kids are all in bed. I just said goodnight to each of them. I am about to get myself showered and to bed, and the work week shall commence tomorrow. It was a lovely Sunday. It was very nice to see the sun shining and have blue skies. We were able to visit a local farm near us in Nizinskit, and we had some lunch there today. We got some little maple candies, and Eli really enjoyed his. Charlie was not as enthused. Brandon enjoyed his. I have not had mine, and Colin has not had his. They were just in the little shape of a maple leaf, very cute, and our food was delicious. After that, we headed home just briefly so that we could drop off the boys and I could grab the baby shower present, and then Charlie and I were off to the shower together. And it was a wonderful time at the shower. Great company, great food. So fun to see my best friend entering this role of motherhood, and to see her and her partner, who I also really love, tackling this next phase of life together. And after we left the baby shower, we stopped in at Target briefly. Charlie loves Target just about as much as I do. And so when I told her that we were going to stop in at Target, she was quite excited. But that is about what our day consisted of. I'll try to keep this portion brief, but we did hit some challenges today, some just parenting challenges. I don't know if it's because the kids didn't really get out yesterday and they didn't expend enough energy or what, but without being super specific about which child was experiencing big feelings today, we experienced some big feelings. I try not to be super specific when it comes to talking about my children and their behavior, because I want to respect their privacy, but at the same time, it is a goal of mine on my channel to be really authentic and real. So I'm navigating the balance between being authentic and real, but also respecting my children and, like I said, their privacy. Because inevitably these vlogs are a compilation of our life, and I don't want them to look back on them, if they were to choose to, when they are grown and hear me talking about any of them and highlighting some of their more challenging moments. No one wants to be on display when they are having big feelings. Adults have big feelings too, and it is a time when we want to be able to process independently or behind closed doors or whatnot and not be on display. So that is why I'm not being more specific on that front, but it is a portion of motherhood and parenting and life with children to experience some challenging times. And with more than one of our children, we are going through those phases. We have made some changes recently that has been really helpful for one of our children, and I'm so thankful that we seem to be on a good path with that one and the changes we made. And we're just navigating life as it comes our way, and today had moments of big feelings where we were struggling to follow directions and struggling to understand that we are a family and should work as a team, and that sometimes that means we're doing things that we don't really love doing so that we can then get to the things that are more fun and more enjoyable. But if we do all the things that aren't as fun together and we share that workload, then we'll have more time to also have fun together. So trying to really instill that in our children and just help them to understand that there are times when we have to do things we don't want to do. And they do understand that to an extent, but they really just didn't want to participate in any amount of snow removal today or helping Brandon outside get the snow situated and whatnot. So there were big conversations about that, and hopefully it's resonating with them. And of course, our main goal is the same as a lot of parents, which is to just raise the best humans that we can and to add these productive, helpful, kind humans to society. So we have to go through the struggles and the trials and triumphs along the way in order to hopefully reach that goal and get to enjoy watching our children spread their wings and grow and become young adults and see how they add and contribute to this world. So that's a little bit of my feelings on the motherhood portion of the day. It's of course not always perfect and wonderful, but I'm not interested in really specifically capturing my children's poor behavior because, again, I don't feel like that's respectful to them. And so while I am being honest and truthful and pursuing sharing raw and real motherhood with you, I am also balancing respecting my children. So that is what I will say about motherhood for today's vlog, but I did say I would keep this portion brief, so we'll try to stick to that. I can only imagine how long this weekend in the life video is going to be. I've had a few chatty moments with you guys, so if you have made it to this portion of the video, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I love this community that's just steadily growing here, and it's a lot of fun to share life with you. So again, thank you for being here. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.